I'm Russ Faulk, Chief Designer and Grill Master for Kalamazoo Outdoor Gourmet, and I'd like to take you through the design of our latest product, the Shokunin Kamado Grill. Shokunin is a Japanese word that translates to artisan or craftsperson, and I think that's a fitting name for such a beautiful Kamado-style cooker and the artisanal nature of cooking over such a grill. You might notice that it doesn't look like your typical Kamado. It is neither round nor is it made of ceramic. What we've done with our design is tried to make it beautiful while emphasizing the key performance characteristics that make Kamado-style cooking so popular. First of all, Kamado-style cookers are a lot taller on the inside. The vertical space between the food and the fire below is at such a distance that you get a nice even heat for doing barbecue or even baking. We've expanded the interior dimensions of the Shokunin about 50% further than the most popular Kamado brands out there. The other thing that we've done is we've taken the insulating properties that typically come from the ceramic construction of a Kamado, and we have really turned that up to 11. We have 2 full inches of glass fiber insulation separated between our 2 layers of stainless steel. That makes the Shokunin incredibly efficient. During winter testing, we ran the grill for about 65 hours at 250 degrees Fahrenheit internal temperature on just 12 pounds of charcoal. It's very, very efficient. You'll get about 5 hours of cooking time out of each pound of charcoal you load into the grill. The other advantage of the stainless steel itself is I find it easier to keep looking clean and beautiful. When it comes to the shape and the fact that we're not round, the primary reason we've done that is to make it more conducive to cooking with offset or multi-zone fires. And the extreme example of that I like to describe is, imagine this rectangular grill grate where underneath the right half I have a blazing hot charcoal fire, and underneath the left half I have no fire whatsoever. I can then employ my favorite technique for the perfect steak of sear and slide, where I'm going to sear the steak for a minute or 2 per side over that hot fire, and then I'll move it over to the indirect cooking zone where there's no fire at all, close the lid, and let that steak coast up to the perfect temperature medium rare on the inside. One of the things we've done to make the Shokunin a joy to cook on is we've engineered a flip-up grate system. Not only does this make loading your charcoal easier because you don't have to remove the grill grates entirely, it does allow you to flip up a grate and adjust and manage your fire or add wood for more flavor while you're cooking. Let's take a closer look at the adjustable fire grate system. With the cooking grates flipped up, you can easily access your fire grates. We've got them set here in the searing or grilling position. For nice intense heat, grilling steaks or burgers, those also flip up to give you access to the main fire grate in the lowest position, which is nice gentle heat for doing your brisket at 225 degrees. These adjustable fire grates can be also placed at the roasting position. That medium position provides a moderate balance of heat. It's particularly good for an offset fire, and we include these charcoal fences which allow me to fill in more charcoal confined to one half or the other for those offset grilling techniques. The cross-flow ventilation system of the Shokunin Kamado Grill has 2 exhaust vents at the top and 2 air supply vents at the bottom on opposing sides to feed your fire. This gives you very fine control over the temperature of your charcoal and wood fire. The supply vent should almost always be more open once you've reached temperature than the exhaust vent. So if I was doing baby back ribs at 225 degrees, I would typically have my supply vents at about 20% over, which you can see on the tick marks here. Up at the top, I'll adjust my exhaust vents to just 10% open to hold that nice steady temperature. The fine control of temperature typically is accomplished through adjusting the top vent, although you'll occasionally have to close down the bottom vents a little bit to keep your temperature under control. One of the best ways to take advantage of the unique cross-flow ventilation system inside the Shokunin Kamado Grill is to roast a whole spatchcock chicken at 500 degrees. To set that up, I've got one of my adjustable fire grates set at the medium level, the roasting position, and I'm going to drop in one of our charcoal fences so that I can load in the charcoal and I can put in a reasonable size load of charcoal and keep it entirely over here to the right. The air control setup will have the bottom right supply vent, the one closest to the fire, open, and the bottom left supply vent closed. And I'm going to invert that up on the lid where I'll have the exhaust vent on the right closed and the exhaust vent to the left open so that I can draw the heat and smoke and flavor across the bird. I'll dial in those vents to reach the right temperature, and once I'm there, I'll place the whole chicken flattened out spatchcock with the breast towards the fire but entirely offset from the fire. I'll close the lid and I'll roast it at 500 degrees for 35 minutes. You'll have a perfect chicken with a beautiful crispy browned skin. To clean out the ash pan, you want to wait at least 24 hours after your last cook to ensure that the fire is dead. All of the fire grates and cooking grates will flip up out of your way, and you can reach down in and use the two handles here to lift out your ash pan and empty it. You only need to do this once every few cooks. In conclusion, the Shokunin Kamado Grill by Kalamazoo is designed to look and cook differently than any other Kamado grill out there. We think you'll find it to be a joy to use, and we're certainly proud of this new product.